Hello. Uh,
Hi, good morning,
hello.
Dilip.
Hello. How do I pronounce your name? Sasat.
Yeah, Shaz or Sija? Sija.
Okay, Sija. I'll say Sija. As in Chinese Sija.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, nice. I'll say Sija then. Nice. Good to see you.
Yeah, same here. I got an updated meeting invite that started 2 hours ago. I don't know what, and I've been waiting ever since.
Aha.
Yeah, so maybe others got it too.
Oh, you mean there's another link?
Link is the same, but the time as per the
Oh, the time.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see here. The times are so confusing here. Okay, Zoom.
Yeah.
Let me check
To
this
me,
out.
it says weekly from 9 a.m. to 11. My time, 9 o'clock, which meant like 7 a.m. probably your time.
Central European time, Stockholm. Oh wait, this is wrong. Maybe I'll just resend this. Maybe I'll just delete this. The weekly meeting thing, and I'll just update information. Maybe I can do that.
Yeah, the other thing, I was having trouble joining your Discord group. It also kept saying that the invite is no more valid. So that probably you also need to send it again.
Okay, but everyone is in the group already, so that's
Except
okay.
for me.
Yeah, so that's nice.
But except for me, and then after, please, if you can send me an invite again for that Discord.
Yeah, I saw you joined the second time, didn't you? You joined. I looked at welcome here.
Really?
Sija is here.
Yeah. Oh,
is this your second account? Second account. I'm writing to you to your new account on Discord now. Just ja. 8 to 10 a.m. Central European Time, Stockholm, all day, weekly. Yes. Yes, please. This and all the following events. Send. Yeah. Sija, when you entered, did you have to enter a password?
In the Zoom?
In Zoom, sorry, in Zoom.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
The passcode, in the morning when I joined, then I had to, and then I put Domino.
Oh, so there are two. Okay.
Meeting ID.
I don't know where the other one is though. Yes. Okay. Okay, there's an old one as well, I see, I think. See.
Hello there.
Hello. Hello, Fredrik.
Hey, Felix. And everyone else.
Good to see you.
Yeah, same.
Hi, good morning, Frederick.
This is
Good morning.
yeah, the times. Sija, by the Fredrik, by the way, Sija told me that there are. I've sent 2 different invites with 2 different links.
Wow.
Were you confused?
There was one that weren't working, the URL or something like that, an old calendar invite. But yeah, the new one worked, and in Discord as well. Was the first one.
Good, because I'm trying to find the one that isn't working and delete it from like the calendar, but I don't know where it is though.
Maybe it was before it got updated, perhaps. I mean, if you still had the old invite in your calendar, I had my calendar. I don't think I refreshed the page, perhaps. So maybe it wasn't updated.
That makes sense then. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's just hope that people aren't waiting there for some reason.
Yeah, the link really just said not active or something like that. So hope not.
You'll be okay there.
All right.
I see. Okay, Sebastian is here.
Oh, nice.
Stephanie is here. Say hello to each other now.
Are they joining in?
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Hi there.
how you
Hello,
doing?
Stephanie.
Hey,
Good,
Hi,
good.
Stephanie.
Morning coffee here.
Mhm.
yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning coffee here.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a bit different.
Yeah,
I love your enthusiasm, Stephanie.
yes, I love my enthusiasm too. I hope it doesn't wane.
Hello, Sebastian, as well.
Hi everyone.
Yeah. Hi, sir.
Hey,
Let me
I
just.
guess I'm the only one laying in bed, huh?
I was until 30 minutes ago, so don't worry.
Yeah, same here. I just crawl out of mine. Got some coffee.
That is
sorry.
in Singapore, right?
Yes.
By the way, guys, did you have problems with the link? Or was it clear which link it was?
oh, the link was fine.
Yeah, good.
I think when you updated your timing to, are you in Switzerland? Felix?
Sweden.
Sweden. I'm sorry. I'm very
That is
sorry.
okay. A very common
I'm very
Chinese mistake,
sorry.
actually.
But anyway, when you updated it, I think it automatically changed it. So I thought it was going to be at 11 o'clock. But you corrected all of that in the Discord chat. So, but anyway.
Nice. Okay, good. Because there was a link. Sija told me that there was a link that wasn't necessarily working. So I'm just sending everyone the correct one now. Either way, on just by email. If you get an email now, that's why. Domino classroom.
Are you used to be up in the middle of the night, Stephanie, or this like completely turns your your day, basically?
No, I love to sleep. So, yeah. I get up early in the morning. I usually get up about 5 o'clock. So now I'm thinking it might be 6. 7.
Yeah, reversing your
Yeah.
daytime a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of people are coming now. Tatiana, Ryan, Sija again.
I'm gonna disconnect and join again. Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Ben is coming. Keith, Jose, and that will be all for now. Hello and morning, everyone, or evening or something.
Hi there.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hi there.
Hi.
Connor is coming. So we'll wait a few more minutes. There's 3 people still missing. Either way, I'm recording these meetings, so yes.
Oh, very nice.
I hope you don't mind that, but I've told you that already.
Felix, it's a nice poster behind your back.
This one. Thank you. It's yeah, it's weird. There are a few more actually. There's this one as well.
Nice.
Yeah, they're all a bit weird. So just quickly here, as we're waiting for others. So I have my office like 5 minutes down the road, in Skanstull. Fredrik will know where that is. He's from Stockholm as well. But there are usually people around that office, and I didn't want to occupy 2 hours every day, or 2 days a week at least. So I'm sitting at I don't really have a desk at my home either, a proper one. So I set up my working studio here at my mom's place, who lives right next to my office. So I stay over here. Monday and Thursdays then. So I get a chance to hang out with my mom, and then she serves me a bit of smoothie as well in the morning,
Nice.
and all is good. Malashi is coming now as well, and Alex.
All right.
I think
Is
we
it
are.
one? Or we?
I think it's so hard, like trying to find which one is missing. Find the odd one out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're 13. We're missing one. We'll wait a few minutes, I guess. Also, today's lesson, by the way, or lesson or class, it's not going to be as long, just so everyone knows. So Stephanie, you'll get a chance to sleep earlier, and yeah, hopefully happy times, happy days. And I'm quite new to Zoom as well, so I'm trying to find my way around it. Let's do this. Time.
Felix,
Hello.
yeah, are you in Sweden right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes, I am. Middle.
What would that be in Mandarin?
Radian.
Iridian. 你现在住瑞典吗？
Ooh. Oh, an excelling student. 对，我现在住瑞典。
Oh God, if only all Chinese spoke like you, just in the perfect frequency and tempo, life would have been. I was just trying to watch a Netflix series. I gave up like within 1 minute. Like, nope, not for me.
You did. I'm sorry about that. We'll make you get there. First step for
Okay.
everyone here is to understand me, and you'll notice that quite soon you'll be able to do that, and then you'll question every other Chinese person for not speaking like me. But then slowly, you will start understanding everyone as well. That's perfect. You're already on your way. I can see. Middle of work, right after work. Okay, so I'm giving you a little poll now. Dinner time. I'm giving you a little poll now. I want to try this out. I want to try this out here. By the way, there's a chat as well. You can tag everyone, or you can tag individual people as well if you want to chat or flirt with somebody. Hello everyone. I'll just type that here. If you're new to Zoom, there's a lot of nice features here. First of all, when we get started now, there's actually 15 participants now. There's no chance that I can count now in front of you, so I'll just assume that is everyone, and then I will say good morning or good evening or hello and welcome everyone. You don't all have to say hello back. It's going to be a lot of echo then. This is so exciting. Yeah, teaching Chinese. I started like 2014 or something, just with a camera, and this is where we end up. Like, this is the most exciting day as of that point. Like, this is what you want to do. Like, now it's not just a course that teaches people online, but now like the whole idea is to help people and give them a tailor-made course, so that like, it's always going to be up to you if you want to learn it or not. We can't learn for you, but we can give you the best conditions to learn, and that is hopefully what we're doing now. And together with you guys, we will create a standard called Domino Classroom that will hopefully conquer the world one day. Like, it's there's a lot of new concepts here that I will go through today. What we're going to do today is, let me, I can share my screen. I'll share this screen. Hopefully that will work. You can see this class pilot now, I think.
Yes.
Good. Good. Now, okay, I want to see like the chat as well. Sorry. Back to meeting. Okay. Back to meeting. Can I do that? No, I cannot. Okay. I can't really. The chat and everything is gone now. Okay. So today we are going to be. First, there's a little bit of hello. Then I want to go through about the course because I've made a few changes. Hopefully you will all like them a lot more. It means that Stephanie doesn't have to stay up for as long anymore. And then we'll look at Zoom a little bit, some new things. And then I want you all to, if you want to, remember that we lose money if you do that, but you've already paid us enough. You can update your subscription by simply cancelling your subscription. I asked you to do that before, but then some of you didn't, so you get a chance to do that again today. Then we'll do a bit of Q&A. Then we'll go through chapter 1. Now, chapter 1 is level 1, chapter 1, so we don't really have anything to practice with. So as of now, so the first level will be quite short, like the lessons will be quite short. The classes we could call it. What we're doing here is a class, and then I want to do a poll because we'll be doing those quite a lot as well. Poll is a nice chance as well to see how you do during the lessons. So I can use this. So what I want to do now is, actually, this is not the poll that I wanted to use. I just made a new one. Let me see if I can find it. This was more difficult than I thought. Sorry, 1 second. It should be here. It should be right here. If I just stop sharing my screen for a second, sorry about that. I've also told you that you need to be patient with me. But there should be a poll here now. Or maybe I need to log in and out. Sorry about that. My question is simply, what you'll have to do then instead is type it in. Can you type? So the different options here are, I'll just write them. I'll do it like this now, since the polling is not available anymore. Sorry, I'll go back to share my screen like this. Okay, so the options here are, this was the poll. What time is it now? I want you to comment in your little, on the little chat box there, and let me know what time it is, so we all get a sense of how tired or how happy you are. So I'll do that as well. Very late. Early, but okay. Okay, so we have a few late ones. Middle of work, okay. Good job, Seb. Hopefully your boss isn't noticing. Very late, but it's okay. Good, Malashi. Middle of work, excellent. Now that we're using this chat window, I want you all to tag me and ask me a question as well. It doesn't have to be anything. You could actually not a question necessarily, unless you have one. You can also just say hello. Then what you do is I think you should just be able to, 2, and then you just tag me in that, and then that way you can ask me a question, so that if you're too embarrassed to ask a question, you can just type something to me privately. So Ronti Parker, let me show you what he did there. Sorry, if you are writing anything personal, don't do that now, because everyone can see. I'm sharing my screen. Ronti, he asked me what time it is. It is currently 8 a.m. for me over here. And Connor, I am very how. Xixie. And congrats on the launch. Thank you, Keith. Did you finish all the alcohol I gave? Yes, it is all done. Me and Sebastian, we met up 2 years ago, and we drank alcohol and in Shanghai. A lot of Pijiu, a lot of Baijiu. Wonderful. What time do I wake up? I woke up maybe an hour ago, but I woke up actually earlier because I was too excited about this course. Okay, now let's get to it. By the way, use this chat to have fun. but don't get distracted, obviously. I also encourage everyone to stay on Discord. We'll go through it quickly here a little bit as well. It's very important that everyone gets to know each other as well, and that you stay active, not just with me, but with everyone else as well. So, okay. Now let me go back to this little thing here. Hello and welcome. I think we've done that already. Now I want to go through this thing here. Okay, this is the welcome brochure. Now I did this. I wrote this a few days ago, and this is like the main pitch for this classroom project that we're working on. So some of them. There will be some exceptions as for your course, okay? But I wanted to write down what my goals are, so you can imagine this as a student, what it will look like for a student. By the way, someone is writing Discord. I just need to make sure that I'm suddenly disconnected. Okay, that was good. 1 second. Participants. Admit. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, now let's have a look at this. Let me know if you're having any issues. Comment by the way, if you are. Okay, so like I said, some of these things, I'll let you know which ones, and if you have any questions, if you're not sure, like, oh, does this count for me? Assume it counts for you, but if you're uncertain, you can also ask. Okay, so first I want to go through the goals, then like the course, how it's set up, some bonus steps as well, and Discord, the course outline, what you can expect and what we expect from you. We're going to actually have exams as well. Think of this as a university course or any school course that you've done before. You get graded, you get exams. That way it's much easier to reevaluate and see where you're going and where you are, and to expect your progress as well. Okay, and what do we need from you? There's a few things that we need from you, specifically the pilot group, and then there's other questions. So I'll just read this one and then we'll pause a little bit. And remember, you can interrupt me anytime. I think you're not messy enough to like mess around. So just jump in and ask anything, or you can just comment in the chat. Okay, in May here, what we want to do is in May, Domino wants to offer a classroom to the public. The difference here, as opposed to what you are probably used to with Domino, is Domino used to just be self-study online. It's based on your own individualism and on your own individual independence. But we want to give you everything possible. I also actually want to show you, if one or any of you have heard of Udacity before. Udacity are excellent, I think. Now they basically take Stanford and Harvard professors, and they make a course with these guys. And then you can sign up for, let's say, data engineering. And then what they do here is, and this is what I want our front page to look like eventually, is that every day they have, once every week, they start off a new course. And then everything is live, basically. Or you join a class, just like you've joined a class now. And yeah, you get a teacher and you get all of these things. So as you can see here, the course then is 5 months long. So this basically replaces university in that it's not necessarily 3 years long or 5 years long or however long you study, but it's instead, say, 5 months. And what you can do then is you can sign up for a course, or you can sign up for the full program, which will be HSK 5, which will take about 1.5 years. And then you simply sign up for that. And then at the end here, you can see what you're doing here. So I'm actually like all the how to study and what to study, what's in the syllabus. And I've actually made this. If you go to Google or Domino Classroom now, I've more or less copied this page here, but just rewritten it to Domino instead. And so these, like, you will get teachers available all the time actually. And this is very similar to what we do here. And in the end here, what you can do is you can sign up to a course, like I said, and that would be this price then, for instance, and or you can pay per month. And what we want to do is the same thing. We want to offer, what you're going to do now is you're going to study HSK 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we will divide those into courses. We will not necessarily call them HSK 1 or 2 because it doesn't sound as sexy there like that. It doesn't have that same sex appeal. So instead we'll call them intermediate or beginner, intermediate, upper intermediate, advanced, and then the HSK 5 will be academic. And then simply every one of these is a course. You can either then pay as you go per month, and I'm thinking we'll pay like $99 or something like that. Early bird enrollments will pay a little bit less. Now, that is what Udacity has, and that is something that we are looking, sorry, the wrong one. We are looking to have as well. So as you can see, what you will get then is obviously full access to the Domino platform, which all of you should have by now. You'll also have tailor-made studies, so like a study schedule and all that comes with it. You'll also be given exclusive access to the course book, which not all students are at the moment. They're still using the old course book. And also, I'll give you exercises customized to your need. I think if you watched the video of me going through all of this, then you will see this. And I'll go through this later on in the lesson as well. You also have study buddies. This is good for inspiration, like you have now. You have 13 more of yourself now. So that's good to study along with. What we're thinking is we'll aim at 29 or 30 students in total. You will then have this course, by the way, that we're looking to offer will be, this is when it doesn't apply to you anymore because you have 2 of these. But say every Friday for 2 hours or something, then they will have a lesson with a teacher. However, I also want to state that in addition to these teacher-led lessons, like once a week, every day during the same hours, you will also be able to be given a lesson. You'll also be given the opportunity or access to go to Discord, where this teacher will be available. And this is important for you guys to understand as well. I changed this recently. I've been looking and reading up on this a lot, and I think this is the best way to go about this. We are looking to scale this course. I want everyone to be able to take this course, and I want the best teachers in the world to be able to take this course or to teach this course, not just me. So what I want to do now is so we have class now every Tuesday from 8 to about 10. Sorry, that's Swedish time, this time anyways, for 2 hours. Now, during the same hours, actually just one of these hours, I will be available on Discord, okay? And that means you can go into, let me show you here. You can, it's important that everyone hears this. You can go in here to Discord, and what you see here is you see the classroom. You can just join classroom then, and I'll be sitting here, and I'll have a poll for you later on because you get to choose if it's this hour or the next hour that you want me to sit here, okay? And then you can simply come in here and you can ask me any questions, okay? And the important, the part here is that you don't have to come in and ask me, but if you want to, if you have a question, you can ask me, or if you want to practice, okay? Then in that case, everyone knows that during this 1 hour, every day of the week, well, not counting weekends and not when we have actual class, then you'll be able to come here and obviously review, ask me questions. But if you want to practice, you can do that as well. And as soon as we have more than like 1 or 2, if it's just you and me, then we can practice in the classroom. But then if we have more than 2 students, then what I will do is I have made assignments, practice assignments that I will give you. And then I want you to go to practice room 1, for instance. And then 2 or 3 students can fit into practice room 1. And then you can practice on your own. And then new students can join this classroom if we have that many students who are keen on getting this free access to me. Then if we have enough students, if we have more than 2 students in the classroom, I'll just shove them to practice room 2 and practice room 3 and practice room 4. And that is the function of that, okay? Now, as I'm talking here, I'll open up my little chat here. So it would be nice to see what you have to say about this as well. I will not show what you're writing to everyone else. Yeah, so please comment what you think about this. If you can just write to me or to everyone. Okay, now let me see. I actually discovered what year what this was. Yeah, so was it Malashi and Alex? We're actually not doing any marketing. I'm terrible at marketing, by the way, guys. I just love to teach. So our only marketing so far has been done through Udemy. They help us, they get most of our students, and then they come onto our platform. So Malashi is asking if practice rooms are like breakout sessions in Zoom. I would say more or less so, but during 1 hour every week, when we practice here, we will, like these lessons here, I know you can't see this actually, but it's because I'm an admin, but we will do breakout sessions as well in our actual class as well. That will be more planned and much less spontaneous. But if you want extra exercises to practice with, you can always come to the classroom and practice a little bit, or again, ask me any questions. Okay, any questions about that? Let's see. Other classrooms and practice rooms, audio and video like Zoom. So these guys here, you can, so as you can see, it's like this. What you can do is then I can turn on my camera like this, or I can also share my screen. Okay, but as of now, I am live and I'm in this room. As you can see, I'm green here. I think, yeah, now I'm muted. But what I suggest, I've said this before, but I suggest that everyone just, whenever you're studying, unless you want to be disturbed, if you don't mind being disturbed, is what I should say, then just come to this classroom and jump in, because all of your other 13 students will all be studying the same content, so you could all ask and help each other along the way. Okay, so that is it about Discord. Again, write down what you think about that, and yeah, if you have any questions about it. Basically, this means that if I got to choose, it would be the next hour. So so that is GMT time, like Greenwich time. That would be 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Greenwich time. Then Monday, not Tuesday, because then we have lesson. Wednesday, Thursday, not Friday, because then we have lesson. So 3 days a week for 1 hour, I will always be available for you. Okay. I will sit and do other things if you're not there. But then as soon as you come in, I'll help you out with whatever you want. So I'm always available. Oh yeah, thank you, Malashi. That's good. There's a link there to helping you understand Discord. Okay, I'll leave this one now so I don't get overwhelmed if somebody joins. Okay, so this is the study buddies, there's the teacher lessons, and then there's also the 5 hours of teacher time every week. Now we will remove the diploma from our website if you don't have a classroom certificate. This will then be signed by me, and it's much more serious, because by the end of every level and every course, I hope you understand the level will just be simply level 1, level 2, level 3 on Domino, but the course would be, as we call them here. I'll mark them out more clearly on the Domino platform. But course 1 will, for instance, be HSK1. That will be the beginner course. That will be, I think, the first 4 lessons. After that, you're given a course exam. And if you pass that, if you don't pass it, we can't give you a diploma. But if you do pass it, we'll give you a diploma. Okay, now all of this is I've already talked about the courses offered. Again, I'll remind you to let me know if you have any questions, or if you like it or not. I'm also keen to know that. Again, like the main purpose of me doing this trial with you is I want to test everything out. I want to see what it's like. But don't forget that this is the only time that probably I'll be doing this course, and I want to take care of you as much as possible. So I'll make sure that you learn Chinese if you just help me out with these things. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, good question. This is this is what it will look like later on. Now, what you're doing is an accelerated course. This is what you're studying is like 50%, whereas this will be like 25% or something. In this case, like I said earlier as well, it's just 1 per lesson, 1 per week, and then it's 5 to 7 hours per week. But in your case, you're doing twice this. Okay. Oh, Suja is still not here. Okay, 1 second. I thought I invited him. Sorry about that. He is here. Please could somebody invite? Sorry about that, everyone. Still not. Sorry about that. I'll just wait for him to pop up, and then you can see what I'm writing. Okay, good. And this is just where you can buy the full program. Eventually it will look like this. You can buy 24 months and that will be like HSK 5 in this pace, mind you. Later on, we might even offer like an accelerated course, which is what you're doing now. And we'll do this 5 to 7 hours a week. The idea is that everyone will always be able to work full time or work a lot at least while still learning Chinese with Domino. You can also pay per course or you can pay per month. Then I'm thinking $99 per month. Now, after this class, I'll be giving everyone a feedback form that I want you to fill out. If you don't have anything new to say, then don't say anything. But it would be nice to get your feedback on what you think about, just general thoughts about everything and also about these things. Do you think this sounds nice and reasonable? Okay, now, I've gone through this already. It's important that you understand. I just want to point out here, it's important that you understand that even though you're assigned a teacher, me in this case, you are the one who needs to put the work in, okay? We'll just give you the best conditions to succeed. And now here are the steps. Let's see if he's joining now. Here are the steps now. You, what's wrong with, sorry everyone. Still not, okay. Yeah, so you know this already. However, I want to point out here as well that I don't suggest that you watch all 4 lessons at a time, because that will make it hard to remember everything. I suggest you watch one lesson because it's one lesson because it's supposed to be a speed 1 lesson at a time. That's why we don't put 2 lessons together and call it a lesson. Take 1 lesson, then review with the flashcards, okay? Now we recommend, like I said, we won't recommend you watch a maximum of 2 lessons at a time. Okay, then you do the flashcards. Then after that, I'm not sure that everyone's acquainted with this. I want to show everyone either way. Okay, so we have the dialogues. The dialogues, if you know what that is already, then good job. You've read up on the announcements. Now dialogues is basically here, you'll find them here. And they'll pop up. I'll also remind you, and I'll send you links to the ones that you should be reading. So don't worry about that. We've got you covered. Now, dialogues is 1,000 dialogues, and it basically is it's any dialogue. It's written by Chinese people, very very authentic ones as well. Now, with the words learned, now I have 100% of the words learned in this video. Then, so that means I should watch this. Now, I could just, if you just click View Recommended, then you just get these recommended ones. So you don't have to care about all the other ones. So if you have 0 here, then there's 0 dialogues to view. But if you have, sorry, it's a bit slow. But here you go. But in this case, I have 84 dialogues that I can review then. And then you can mark them as complete when you're done. And simply the dialogues look something like this. And then you listen to it and that's it. Now these dialogues, I will use them not just here, not just for you, but also later on in the practice rooms on Discord. So it's good, very good practice here. Again, these are not like textbooks dialogues. These are like authentic and genuine Chinese on the street made dialogues. Okay. Then after that, obviously you want to fill out the course book as it says here. Then every Friday there's an obligatory class. Now remember for you, that's every Tuesday and every Friday. Okay. Now during this class, this is important everyone understands as well. And I want your feedback on it as well. During our lessons here, one of the reasons why it's a bit shorter is because the only way that this is scalable and the only way that we can get the most out of our time together is if the teacher only helps you to identify what your struggles are and sets them straight. So for instance, when I look at your homework or when I listen to you in class, you need to work on this and this and this. And then I'll point those out and I'll give you some exercises to work with. But in addition to that, there's not going to be too much reviewing. Okay, so earlier on I said we're going to have a 2-hour class more or less, and that includes reviewing and practice. Now, but for now, we're actually going to keep the reviewing part mostly out of this course or this teacher course. You're going to be doing most of that on your own, but however, that means like you will still be given 1 hour every day more or less to practice and to review everything with me if you have any questions. I'll also give you a lot more content to make sure that you and homework included to make sure that you are following up. And if you're falling behind, then then I'll make sure to that you that I am aware, and we can talk about that and so on and so on. We can rectify that. Now, you will be given a master document to keep track of everything, where you can tick off everything. I'm making this today, so I'll send this to you later on, okay? Okay, so later on, what we will have is simply the teacher will be able to see your progress live. So for instance, Sebastian here, he's watched lesson 1. Okay, I can see that, but now he's joined chapter 1, our course, our class here, but he hasn't finished all the lessons. So now I can see that, and this is one of the requirements we have. Okay, but for now you'll just do this manually. Okay, now I want to also mention, you're probably aware of these steps, these like the class outline, these steps, the flashcards, the watching the video, but I want to talk about this quickly here. Based on your performance in class and with your homework, the teacher will assign you individual exercises to match your needs. The teacher will just send you a URL, me in this case, to pages that you need to review. So if I'm noticing that, again, Ben or someone is struggling with how to put together nouns and adjectives, then I'll send him to a page where he can do that. I'll also give him an exercise where he has to prove that he has learned this, and then he'll send it back to me. And then we can, based on that, if he needs more practice, I'll just give him more practice. Otherwise, he should be good by then. Okay, and again, this is what I discussed. So for instance, if we have class from 5 to 7 p.m. on Friday, then Monday through Thursday, your course teacher will be available on Discord. Okay, if you have any questions or you want to practice, you can join the live study room. I just told you about this to clarify any concepts, or you can practice. Okay, and then you can simply go to I wrote a practice room here as well. Now, we recommend that you go online in the study room on Discord every time you're studying. This will make your studying feel a lot easier as you are accompanied by other students as well. And it's a great chance to practice as well. Now, remember, your best practice partner will probably be your friends here, not me, because reasons. Now, Discord is, by the way, let me know. I think some of these things I'm repeating myself, so I'm going through it a little bit quickly, but let me know if you have any questions. I'm keeping an eye out on the chat. No, I'm not. When you say flashcards, you mean the ones provided by, okay, so good question, Malashi. Okay, so now that, this is very important actually. As soon as you learn a video, I don't want you to go to Quizlet. If you're using Quizlet, please don't. Pretty picture of me, by the way. Now, I want you to always go to flashcards here. If you're using the iOS app, it's built up in the same way. Now, what's incredible here is I would just say all courses. Make sure you mark all courses. Later on, you can actually just review level 1, for instance, and that's something we'll be doing. I'll tell you more about that later, but when we finish level 1, then you can just select level 1 and you can only, you just get to review those words then. Excellent stuff. Okay. Now, if we go to all courses then, this is much better than Quizlet because first of all, it's integrated with our videos. I think you know this part already. So please use these ones. As soon as you watch a video, all our videos are linked to actually, if you're interested, I'll take you a little bit backstage here. This is something that not many people get to see. But if you look at our course edit here, you can look at Fluency Path. These are courses that are coming up in the future, by the way. Now, if you just click anything here, you click this one, for instance, this by video. I'm very proud we built this ourselves. That's why I want to show this to you. Also, now here you can find everything, but you can also see what grammar points, if there are any grammar points related to this video, or if there are any words or characters related to this video, we'll write it here. That means that as soon as you tick off this video, as soon as you've watched this video, into the flashcards, they will appear. So, and when you refresh this, that bye-bye character or word will pop up here. So it's much better than Quizlet that way. Then another thing that I want to show you here, this is important that we all are aware of. Now, you can also just do, you can do English, you can do non-English, so Chinese then, or you can do audio only. I recommend you do random, okay? And then what happens then is you see, first of all, you see the English, and that, you see, now it's Chinese. Then here, you actually just hear the audio. Okay, so that's excellent. Now, another thing that will be available very soon is we have words and we'll also be able to give you sentences. That's excellent, I think. So in that case, that means that I have written down the most useful sentences for you and the most relevant sentences for you at the moment. I'll write those down and add them as a flashcard. And I suggest you select flashcards. What you can do then is you can even just select the sentences, and then you can click audio only, for instance. And then you will only hear the sentence. And then when you flip it, you'll see what the sentence says. That's excellent practice for you to not just review a word, but also review a word in a sentence and give it context. So that is it about flashcards. Thank you. Textbooks typically have non-practical sentences. Yeah, I know, Malashi, but we have practical sentences. Really like the master document and tick list. Oh, you don't like it. Very good, Stephanie. Track, what is Chinese only chat? Okay, Chinese only chat that describes, I think it's quite self-explanatory. Yeah, actually, it's right here on Discord. I'm going to discuss it now. The 10 points, by the way, in total. I'll take a little, after this, I'll take a little 5-minute break where I can drink some smoothie. And if you have any other questions, you can ask me then, or you can go to the toilet if you want to. Discord now is an online communication platform, blah, blah, blah. Now, chat, we have the study chat. Let me pull that up next to it. Okay, I just want to make sure that this is 100% clear to everyone involved. Now, later on, this is your classroom here, classroom 1. But we have Tim's classroom here as well. He's another student that I'm practicing with. And as soon as we get more students, they will be put into these classes here. So when you're writing, by the way, when you're writing welcome and announcements in these channels, then everyone can see. Tim as well included, and all the other students from other classrooms. That's why I want you to just, limit yourself to these guys. Okay, so the study chat, that is pretty self-explanatory. What you can do as well, actually, is if you want to understand more, you can, let me see, you should be able to just click the chat. If I edit it, you can see my explanation here, my description. It's a general chat and practice, so anything Chinese related. Now, chat only here, this is not applicable for you at level 1, maybe, just yet. You can say, what is your name, and so on, maybe. But when we get to more spoken Chinese and we can write actual long sentences, then that's what we'll be doing here. No Chinese, or no English is allowed here. Obviously, just a little bit, maybe. Workbooks, try and receive, here you go, receive and submit your workbook here. This is the description. No chat. Okay, so we chat a little bit here. That's okay. Try to avoid that. So this is just a place where you can find all the documents as of now. Okay, then we have info and feedback. You know what that is already. And then the chit chat. This is where you guys can chat along if you have any, if you just want to talk about Friday's Super Bowl or something like that. Okay, let me see if you have any more questions. If we fail a course exam for the first time, can we repeat it? Guys, for you, yeah, this is a good question, Malashi. This is a pilot group for a reason. And I don't want you to fail, and you can't fail, basically. If I notice that you're not following any of my advice and you're not doing anything, then we'll have a talk about it. But basically, you will, if you fail your exam, I'll just give you more and more chances to do it, if I can see that you're trying at least. Don't worry about that. Also, I want to tell you that it's not up to chance that you succeed with this exam. If you take my advice, if you follow my recommendations, you will succeed. Otherwise, it's my problem, not yours. Okay. Good questions here, Malashi. So when we are doing the chapters, let me show this to everyone, by the way, if you don't mind, Malashi. So when we're doing the chapters on Domino Online, we should join the chats like study chat. Just quickly about that. Someone is writing here. I quickly need to restart my computer. It's extremely slow. Okay. Now, yes, you can always sit on study chat, but that's not live. If you can see this as a voice channel here. This is not a voice channel. This is text and it is limited. This is voice. So you join here and now I'm live. As soon as you click here, authenticating, voice connected. So you can hear me now if you go into this channel. Okay. You can, by the way, guys, if I'm not following here, but if what's his name? Sihad, if you're here, by the way, you can say hello. Otherwise, guys, you can tell Sihad to come to classroom and then he can still hear my voice. I'll make sure that I'm connected here. And then also this course is being recorded. Okay, then we had another question, just to confirm, what happens if someone goes to holiday for 1 or 2 weeks? Do we need to connect from the beach pool, or can we miss some classes and study the topics before the next class? This is a good question, guys. I want you to decide, not so that you can decide and take advantage of me, but I expect you all that you want to finish this course and you want to do your best. So I will be okay with you missing a few classes if you have good reasons to. You're here for your own sake, remember that. You will always be able to make up for it by viewing the classes afterwards, okay? So what I will state later on what our requirements are. I'll go down there now, actually. Our requirements for doing this course, again, later on, that will be only to miss 1 in 6 classes. Now, if you have to miss 2 of 6 classes, just give me a reason and we'll talk about it. That should be fine. I don't want you to miss the course book more than 1 time out of 6. Don't miss any exams at the end of every level. And you can't have more than I don't recommend you to have more than 1,000 cards to review in flashcards. That means you're not reviewing them properly. Again, the flashcards is an algorithm. As you can see, overdue here. I'm a terrible student. Overdue, it basically, it takes, if you say perfect, remember perfectly. Well, actually, let's go to mark incorrect and don't know. Then this will come back at the end of my stack here, at the end of this 20. If I click remember perfectly, the algorithm will say, okay, good. Then we'll give it to him in 10 days. If it comes back after 10 days and I still click remember perfectly, then it will give me a month to the next time it shows it to me. So this overdue 588, it means that, it means overdue. You can probably understand that part. So that is the flashcards. Don't finish all chapters videos. If you don't finish all the chapter videos, so if you haven't watched all the videos of the chapter you're supposed to study for 1 out of 6 times, that's okay, but not more. These are recommendations. For students later on, it will be requirements. In your case, it will be recommendations. Okay, now let me come back here. Let me see. Okay, speaking of, no, sorry, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. For the workbook, is that where we submit our finished workbook, or is that the answer key? Okay, so I haven't decided here yet. It might be a bit too much to correct them on my own. What I think I will do is I'll send you the answers as soon as you send me your answers of the course book, and then you can correct it on your own, because it's good that a teacher doesn't do it for you, but that you can identify your own mistakes on your own. That's very important for me and important for you and your development as well. But I will correct them as well. And based on that, I will be able to make exercises that will help you get further. So, and also it's important that you don't submit, later on we'll have like a little place where you can submit it, so you can upload your course book, so it doesn't have to be in a chat like this. It's a bit unprofessional, but this is the best we have now. Now, the reason why I don't want you to send it to the group chat is because everyone else can see. Now then Frederick can cheat because Ryan is the best student in the class and he's given the correct answers already. And so Frederick knows that, he can just count on Ryan every week. Again, I'm not expecting you to do that, but it's just to be sure here. Okay. I've got my eye on you, Frederick, just so you know. Now let's come back here. Keep asking questions. Oh yeah, Frederick actually asked me a question as well. Speaking of flashcards, is it recommended to reset the current progress you've been studying on the website? I would do so, just to get it all in order. Like, if you think that it's all super easy for you, then just click yes, 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 yes. I would definitely say that you should reset your progress. Okay, good question. Discord, we've already talked about Discord. Now these are the live rooms, the course outline. Now we're at point 6 now. The most important thing will be to review what you've learned. Okay, now I'm noticing this as well. In the beginning, everyone comes and they're like, should I study with italki and Domino? But in the end, they all realize that they're learning almost too much from Domino, and the problem is never learning too little, but it's always too much. So the problem will not be to get more channels, to get more more ways to learn Chinese, but to get a way to review it. So I'll give you ample amount of time to review everything. Okay, after every level, we'll review that level, and then you'll be given a week to rest as well. And we'll be given an exam to sum up that. And in addition to that, I'll also try to make sure that all the exercises include recent vocab that you just learned, so we don't forget those things. So like it says here, that's the course outline. Can we study ahead or attempt to? Yes, you can, but Malachi, I think you might be a bit cocky now in the beginning, but your course now it requires 50% of your time, basically. It requires about 14 to 15 hours a week. I think the problem will be that you'll fall behind, if anything. So if you can study ahead, then please do that. I'm just wary of students not putting in time enough. But if you have 20 hours a week, please do that. It might interfere though if you start using words that Sebastian is back. If you start using words that no one else has learned yet, then that might be confusing. So try and not do that too much, maybe. Okay, I'm old school, Stephanie says. I printed the workbook and filled it by pen. Do I do this thing on the computer using Discord? Stephanie, I would say, first of all, you can. Actually, if you buy one of these, if you want to keep it old school, I would buy a Wacom tablet. Okay. Now with these, I recommend everyone has these. This is what I bought for what I've done my whole course with. So then you can just in any text file, you can just open it up. You can I'll find YouTube tutorials if you need me to. You can use these guys, and you can write the characters on the PDF, so you don't have to write it out. Now, if you still insist you want to write it out, then I'm not going to help you more. But then you need to find a way. I would not recommend. I would not like it if you maybe took a screenshot and sent me 10 different screenshots every day, because that would be a lot to look at. I want one file. So long as my only requirement is that you send it to me and you send one file to me. If you can make that happen, then please print it out and do whatever you'd like. And I appreciate also that you want to print it out, I have to say, because then you'll get to practice. And writing practice helps your muscle memory, and it helps you identify and challenges or forces you to look at the character in more detail. So that's something that I definitely recommend, but nothing that I will teach. Please tell me a bit more about the exam. One can take it at any convenient time. 1 second, I will get there in a second. Course outline, expectations of performance. Okay, now this is important. I think you can agree with me here as well. Just like any university course out there, we expect you to finish the assignments, the assigned tasks on time. If there's a student, for instance, this is the reason then, if there's a student falls behind and rarely does what he or she is asked for, and then that student shows up for class and he takes up, like, because he doesn't know anything, or he knows much less than everyone else, then he will take up like most of your teacher's time, and the other students will in that case suffer. So I will have to give my time to that other student, and I will not be able to cater to your needs as much. So that's why it's important that everyone is following along. Okay, then that's simply the reason why. There's nothing more to add here. That's why it's important that everyone keeps up. Okay, now about the exam. Let me see that I just haven't missed anything. Good. Fredrik, your sound is on, I guess that's okay. So long as you don't speak to yourself too much. At the end of every level, you'll be given an exam, spoken and written, not for level 1, however. Actually, this is actually, let me delete this. It will not be a spoken test for I haven't really decided yet, but because level 1 is it still doesn't have too much content, then there will probably just be a written exam and not too much spoken. However, that's an exception. So let's ignore the exception. Every student will write the exam alone and submit on a deadline. So for instance, every Tuesday or one Tuesday when we finish level 1, or on a Friday, then you will come here, and instead of having a lesson, we'll simply do a test or an exam. And so you will sit here live and do it next to me. 2 or 3 students at a time will also be invited for the spoken exam. That simply, then we'll do that. I'll just take some of you out and give you allocated time frames, and then we'll do a spoken exam as well. Based on that, we'll give you grades. Okay, and this is important now as well. I think this is something that I'm really excited about, and I want to hear what you have to say about it. Based on your experience or your performance in class, in the exam, you'll be given a grade. Your final grade will be shown in your diploma as well. Okay, try to look up photo to video, maybe one work for you. Okay, thank you, Tatiana, or Tanya, sorry. Okay, now grade 8 students, that will simply be excellent, fantastic. Now A students as well, they will be, this is interesting as well, they will be eligible to become curators or Domino teachers for lower level students. This will be a paid job as well. This whole thing, I don't know if you've taken a what's it called, that diving certificate. A diving certificate, they have a system where if you are like 2 levels above, if you've taken 2 levels above the level that other students are taking, then you're eligible to teach those students. And as you look at myself, I'm a student myself, not recently, but I still am. So the best teachers are the previous students, and so this is another way that in the future where we can give our students in like, what you call it instant return of investment, because basically they'll invest in our course, but they'll make just as much teaching the lower grade students. And so that's something you can do if you want some extra money. It's also perfect practice if you want to just consolidate what you've learned earlier on as well. Now, another interesting thing, this doesn't account for you guys, but this is an idea that I have, is that the top students, not just all the grade A students, but the 1 student from every class, like remember, we have 30 students in every class, they will get a scholarship and they will study the next course free of charge. I think that's quite cool and quite a good marketing scheme. Now B, well, that's good. Well done, guys. C, that means okay, but that's like a yellow flag there. It's a bit of a warning. Now we expect all our students to be A or B students. There's nothing else that is acceptable. Since Domino builds on previous knowledge, so the less you remember, the more difficult the next steps will be. If a student is at C, this is a risk zone, and he or she is more likely to keep on going further down, again, because we build on previous knowledge, and that previous knowledge is already a C. Then that person is in the risk zone, and the teacher then, me in this case, I will contact you if this happens, and then we'll talk about the situation. We will re-evaluate, and we'll find a common solution that we both agree on. Maybe, for instance, if you realize that this course is too hard for you, or it's taking too much of your time, then in the future, what we will do then is we'll simply be able to put you in, or we'll give you like a month or so, and you can join a later class that is running the same schedule, but just a month behind. In your case, if you guys, this is important as well, you're my pilot group, and I want you all to succeed, but if you're always performing at a C or D level, then I'm worried that might not cut it. So in that case, we can talk about it, and like, you will not, like, I want you to, your money has been invested, and I've promised you that you will learn. In that case, what I would suggest that you do is, if worse comes to worse, then we will then, I'm guessing we will remove you from this level on, if you agree with it, or from this course, and then we'll put you in another course, a later course that starts in May, where you don't have to pay for that. You will just be put in for free. You can join that class, which will be half the pace, and then hopefully you'll be able to make it by then. Okay, let me know what you think about that, guys. Would you recommend we stick solely to Domino study for this pilot program versus, say, doing this Duolingo Rosetta in addition to the study? This way we can better judge our skills. Would you recommend we stick solely? Yes, I would always want you to only stick to Domino. Like I said earlier as well, there's a lot to learn. And the problem will never be that you learn too little, but that you need to retain what you learn. Yeah, so guys, if you like Duolingo, Rosetta Stone, etc., try to keep up with it, but I don't think you will, in a few weeks, you'll notice that that was a bad idea. You don't need it anymore. All of my students so far have said the same thing. Good question, though, Malashi. Okay, now, if you don't pass the level or a course, you will not be able to continue to the next step. However, you'll get a chance to retake the exam 2 weeks later. Okay, if you pass it, then you can join a later course and continue the studying. Again, this is not the pilot group, so in the pilot group we'll adapt to it a little bit. We'll just keep an open dialogue and see where everyone is at. Again, and then so, however, if you don't follow our recommendations, again, actually this will be requirements, but in terms of this pilot group, these requirements, I would call them merely recommendations. Okay, you know these already. I will share this document with you as well, so you can read it on your own. It's important that we go through it together just. Okay, every class will be recorded and uploaded online, so you can actually re-watch it as well. Now, Zahad, I'm still not sure that, it says you're here, but I'm not sure. Maybe you can type and let us know if you're here or not. Let me just see here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you
Yeah,
are? Oh,
I'm-
excellent, excellent.
No.
Good. I was a bit worried there. Okay, now, yeah, so you can rewatch, and if Zahad wasn't here then, he could have rewatched this lesson online. I'll send you all links. They'll be unlisted for now, so not the whole world can watch them and take our brilliant ideas. Now, yeah, so I'll send you a little link. That will be a part of the master document as well. The master document is really all that you need. It'll include all the links to everything. Okay, so what do I need from you guys? Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, the last thing here is you are a pioneer. Well, actually I am, but you're helping me become a pioneer. What we're doing is completely new in our line of business here. If you look at I've done a lot of competitive analysis of the market, and no one else, it's like italki is the only equivalent here, where they teach with a teacher, but that's only like for one or tops 2 students. What we're doing is we're trying to build a program where we can have later on we can have any qualified teacher be the teacher, and any 30 students can come in and join at a fairly low price compared to all the other courses as well. And in comparison to everything else, all the other courses out there, Domino doesn't teach like colors, and it doesn't teach like restaurant Chinese. In that case, you can learn like if you want to go travel to China, but we have a consistent like consistency through our course, which means that your development will be predictable. And that helps us also, that makes us also able to, that also enables us to build a course around it that predicts where you will be at any given point. And this is what makes, well, Domino special, and I hope that's why you're here, because you agree with that. And this is like, so Domino is really the only one as opposed to like university. Unless you want to study university, Domino will be the only thing, the only other option out there. Right now, there are no other ones. Now, I want you to, after every class, enough about the self-praisal, Felix. After every class, you'll be given a feedback form, okay? If you don't have anything to add, don't do it, okay? You don't feel like, this doesn't have to be a burden, but if you have anything curious or anything new to say, anything you want to share, like again, whatever you say, you think is the most important thing. Your feedback is more important than much more important than your money in this course, okay? Now, I also want you guys to comment under the videos. I know that one or a few of you have commented like in the video report, that's all good. But I also want you to just comment underneath the video, because we want the, like, if I can get some cheat points, then that's all good. Like get our platform a little bit more alive. But then also, if you find any issues, you just comment below the video instead. I want like, if you're experiencing any problems, then you should be the last person to experience that problem. I will fix it as soon as you point it out. Well, not as soon, not on the second, but in the same week at least. Now, I also want you to give general feedback on the course material, the teachers, like me. Do you think I'm ugly? Do you think I'm cute? Do you think I talk too fast? Do you think I'm not including you? And so on and so on. All of this, you'll be given a chance to give feedback on. This is super important, guys, that you understand that this is what I treasure the most. Good. And on that note, guys, we'll take a little break in a few minutes. So everyone can go to the toilet and whatnot. Now, here is the Domino Classroom. If you haven't seen this, I hope you all have seen this by now. If I get a new question, I got a question from Ben, by the way, yesterday. So I just put it here then, the whole answer. You can expect all the answers, all the questions to be answered here. Keyboard is fine if you want to pass the HSK exam. In the course, you will not be asked to write anything by hand. Now, here's a little introduction of every 14 person. See if you have anything in common with them. Here is, you probably recognize from Udacity, I built this yesterday with WordPress. Doesn't look too good though. What you will learn here, you have the beginner Chinese course, the intermediate, then you will learn HSK2, high intermediate, HSK3, advanced, academic, part 1 and part 2. And that is about 24 months in total. And mind you, in half the pace that you are studying in now at the moment. Then here are the degree program, which looks quite fancy, I think, like that. The course, and you can pay as you go. And that's it, really. Now I think I've covered a lot. I don't enjoy talking too much, not this much. But I think this was all necessary, and I hope you agree with that as well. Now we've discussed the update the course. What I want you all guys to do now is take a 5-minute break, and during which I want you to also go to Domino, and if you want to, mind you, I have just done this for some already. If you already did this student, you can ignore it. Otherwise, cancel your subscription now if you want to, and I will actually write it in to me now personally, so I know which ones aren't updated and not. Go to Discord, just write to me personally. Just write your email now and say update my subscription. I'll do that now in the next 5 minutes, and that is your last chance to do this now. Good. And then we'll get back, and then we'll have a bit of Q&A. If you have anything, we'll slowly start after the break with a Q&A, and then we'll just go through a little bit of chapter 1 and do a poll, and then Stephanie can go to bed. Okay, sounds good, guys. Does that sound very good? Where is the chat?
Yep.
Sounds very good.
Very good. Thank you
Okay.
for your patience. It will be much more interactive moving forward.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay, I will go for a few minutes. So yeah, do whatever you want for a few minutes. Okay, I'll see you in, let's say, 6 minutes. So that is my time here is 9:04. So that's 9:10. Okay, good.
Cool.
Remember, cool. Okay. I'll just write here. If you want me to update your subscription, this is your last chance. Oh yeah, this is your last chance. Cancel the current one and write your email to me in Discord. Okay. Excellent. Okay, I'll see you in 5 minutes, guys. Mute myself. Oh,
Is everything okay?
yeah, I think I just removed someone with a click of a button.
It's okay, I'll be back.
Let me in again. Guys, if you feel like this is not personal enough, then I apologize. It's hard to cater to everyone, but we will have ample of opportunities to get to know each other as well. Like 1 hour every day as well. You can come in and then we can chat as well personally. Don't worry about that part. Mm. Okay. Here's where all your all the bugs come reported, by the way. And you can we can tag them like Felix. I don't even want to look. By the way, guys, we have if you're interested, this is how we set it up. This is called sprints, and we work with agile. So this is like the next sprint. This is the current sprint. Right now we're going to show sentences, and we're also going to update the React design. On that note, actually, now that you're here and we have a few more minutes, or actually just one, you look at this. You can include this next thing. Okay. Once, where is it? Here we go. We are currently rebuilding the platform a little bit. If anyone is using the iOS app, I think that looks much prettier. Now, this is the way it will look like from now on. I have no idea. This is the first time that I see it, actually. The courses will look like this, very fancy. Go into Fluency Path, some funny stuff, very funny. You can go into the level. And here's what this will look like, learning process. Lesson 1, looking quite good, I think. Look at the player as well. Actually, I'll send this, guys, to you. You are my little interns as well, if you don't mind. Here, I'll send it on Discord. You can have a look at this.
By the way, Felix, I just recently resetted my progress. Is the only way to get it back by us clicking through the videos and doing the short exercises to get the completion back to the...
Yes.
Yeah, right, cool.
Yes. Now hurry up, because I think you can still click this little star. No, actually, when we update this in 2 or 3 weeks, you'll not be able to click this little star anymore. Just so everyone knows. Right now, you can do a cheat code and just click that star. Okay.
Did you get my message on the Discord and about the subscription?
Yeah.
So I don't know if...
Yeah, 1 second. Let me I'll do a few ones now. Hold on. So if we look at Tanya here, this is what we'll do then, guys. After the lesson, I'll do this after the lesson as well. But this is all. Tanya, I can't find you here. Tanya. This one, I guess. Okay, then I'll just go down and then I'll just, If you already put premium and you're paying for it, then I can't do anything about it. You have to cancel it, and then I click premium subscription.
Yeah, I did cancel, but it's still gonna be like premium till March something. But I'm not an active subscriber right now.
Okay, well, thank you for your money. Then, guys, if that's the case, good point. If that's the case, then cancel it now and just let me know when it runs out. Okay.
Okay.
I'll do the same. Yeah, I'll go through all of these. As you can see here, guys, just want to show you there's a lot of chat's open all the time. Just so you know, I'm running through these messages. Now I want to tell you also, now we've started now. Okay, I want to tell you also, there's a bit of Q&A now, and so open question, open forum. Now this 1 hour during the day when I'm available, Monday through Friday, I will try and be unavailable the other times. Obviously, if there's an emergency or something, I'll always be there. But I'll be available for any kind of chatting, and I'll also answer all of your questions if you have anything. You can count on me during that 1 hour every day. I try to not make this devour my whole life, and try and stay offline the other hours if you don't mind me doing that. Okay, let's see here. Do you guys have any questions? Okay, let me show you the questions we have so far. Okay, precis ändrat min subscription. Thank you, Fredrik. Fredrik and I can speak in Swedish to each other, by the way.
Yeah.
It's our secret language. Okay, Felix, I tried to flashcards now and I need to update my subscription. Good, I'll do that for you, Alex. But don't write in Zoom, write in Discord. If you want to update your subscription, this is your last chance. Please update subscription. Good. Sija, please do it in Discord, in private channel to me. Did you update mine already, or am I blind where to find the subscriptions? You must be blind. We actually moved it to make it a bit more difficult. Before you
I found it, Felix.
Oh, good. Good. Evidence stated, you are blind. Okay, guys. Then we have done the update your subscription. I'll resume the rest after class. And now the Q&A. I'm keeping, the Q&A is continuous. If you have any questions, please let me know. I've already said that 100 times. Here we go. Okay, now the next thing is I want to go through chapter 1 now, and this again, like mostly this course will be like the class with me will mostly be an opportunity to practice. So the course book will not be something that I go through too much in this course. However, I can just open it up here for you and then discuss some things, and I also have a poll to discuss some concepts and to ask you actually some questions live. It's anonymous, so don't worry if you get it wrong. But if you get something wrong, if like a few people get it wrong, then it's good, because then I notice that I have to talk about it, and that's really good as well. Now all of these links are updated, so please click those ones. Now what I've done now is really exciting. I've done the for everything here there's a visit page. So if you want to focus on this basic stroke order, you can just visit this page, and we'll take you to visit this stroke order or basic stroke order, where there's video and I go through the different strokes here. Okay, so that's all very good. Now do you have to open up all of these links, what you might ask? And no, you don't have to do that, don't worry. You simply, you don't have to care about any of these, unless later on, what I'll do here, I didn't do this for your document, but I added these later on. Now, grammar related, I'll force you to make some exercises. I'll ask you to make some exercises. This will be in your course book, and we'll call this homework simply. This will be your homework. And maybe explain how two characters can come up to a word and give at least one example. And so I have 4 things here, or actually five things. So I'm going to actually ask one of you just at random now to describe each one of these concepts. Okay, so one person per concept. So get ready. I haven't prepared you for this, but you will be prepared later on. Now this again will be your homework. So you're not only doing this and this, but also to do some of these things. Now, this homework might include like write a text about you going to the beach or you at the cinema or something. Right now it's just grammar related. Now, these grammar points as well, what I will do is I'll say visit page, and then this will be a link, same as this link here, because this is the basic stroke order. Then if you want to, if you're struggling with this thing here, if you don't know how to answer this, you can go to this page. Okay, and I also want to show you, which one was it? I think it's this one. I haven't, actually, it says visit page, but I haven't made all these pages just yet. Manashi, those links, yes. What I will do is, as soon as you are done, everyone has sent me, then I will send you the teacher book. The teacher books includes the answer. And then in the teacher book, the teacher books includes all the answers, so you can check that on your own. But it will also include all the links. In the future, your student, like the next chapter 2, will already include all the links. Okay, now this is incredible, I think, as well, and I'm excited to hear what you think about it. For instance, the Shakespeare question is a grammar point. Then I'll actually explain this with my new and excellent microphone in the office, like a radio microphone. Now, if you don't understand this concept, you can just watch this video. You don't have to watch this video, obviously, but if you're struggling, watch this video. So this is like an additional and an exclusive function or feature that you guys are given. And I'll make sure that if it's I make one page for each grammar point here. I'll make a master document with all the grammar points. And then based on these grammar points as well, and based on how you are performing, I'll send you like, oh, okay, so Connor, he's struggling with the changing of tones. Then I'll send him this link and I'll tag it with change tones. And then later on, I'll give him some exercises as well to make sure that he's all good. If he's not all good, then I'll just send him back to that page and send him more exercises. Okay, those links, the course book has some listening exercises. Where will I get the audio? Okay, good question. It wasn't working before, but it is now. Where is it? Translate to, sorry, don't worry about that. Actually, let me show you what it should look like. If you go to like level 4, then if you go here, it will look much better here. Actually, there will be a link right under the. Here you go. Click for audio files. So you can just literally click here, and then you'll be giving the level 4 summary. By the way, the password is always going to be Domino, just so everyone knows. So remember that part. Good, and here you go. Sorry, my screen is a bit small. Okay, so yeah, that's how simple that is. Again, click for audio. That's what it will look like later on. Okay, so that's very easy. Now let's simply there's a poll. Now the only thing I have left to do now really is to go through this. Actually that. Sorry about this. Student coursebook. I should actually delete some things. Here we go. No, it's not this one. Sorry, I'm looking for the this document. Sorry, they all look the same. Now, I'm going to ask. Let me prepare you as well. Let me go, Alex. I want you in a second to actually. You can start. You can explain. Or you can write the different tones and how they sound. Okay, that's something we should focus on in this lesson. And this is, Alex, remember to do that. I'll ask you to do that in a few minutes. Now, this is something that we can't really do while reviewing. That's why it's excellent that we can go into Discord and discuss these things on our own. Okay, and then I want, Jose, I want you to tell me this. What happens if you repeat a character? Okay? Then I want Ronte, I want you to explain why a sound and idea parts are useful. Okay? And then I want, who else? I want Stephanie to do this question. What parts can you find in the more complex characters? So we haven't covered more complex characters. Or actually, we have this one. They will obviously, most of the language consists of more complex characters. They're not all that simple. And finally, I want Keith to do this exercise here. Let me, if you can't see the whole thing, I'll just do like this. Okay, so I can't remember actually what I just said, or who I just asked to do each exercise. So for you to remember that, I think I remember a few. We can start actually at the bottom maybe. And I remember that was Alex. Alex, I hope your microphone is working.
Yes.
Hello, Alex.
Hey.
Yeah, so go ahead, please.
Should I say with an example? With how should I do this?
Good
Right.
question. With an example, I would appreciate.
Okay, so first tone is a steady tone, like san.
Nice. Okay.
Second tone is like R, like down.
Down. Okay.
I know that's fourth tone. Wait, that. Yeah.
It's hard to remember. Yeah, number
Yeah,
one.
I don't remember. Yeah, second tone is upwards. It's like a question. It's like should, like 10. Should.
Good. And then I'll do this. Excellent. Autocorrect. Okay, good.
Third tone is down and up. How?
Oh, excellent. Okay, for those of you who haven't studied more than chapter 1, how, what's that mean, Alex?
Good.
Very good. Very how.
and fourth tone is the downwards, like s, like 4.
So, excellent. Now, good. Now, thank you, Alex. You know my philosophy about this as well, like practice makes perfect. So you never be perfect to start with. Thank you very much, Alex. And that's really like, I'll repeat some of these words now. And I'm not expecting you to be perfect day one. You'll be perfect at the end of this year, not today. So let's go with what good character do we have here? Let's go with like you said. It was
Felix, hello.
Hello.
Okay, just
No,
a
sir.
little bit question. Like this pilot program is going to take like the next 9 months, right? Am I doing the calculation correct, or is it more than that?
Yes. So the thing is, I included a few breaks as well because that's very
Okay.
necessary.
Okay,
You
yeah.
can all look at the study schedule.
Okay.
And I know that I know that I tweak the program a little bit every now and then. So initially I said 9 months, but now it might be including 1 month of break, so that's 10 months. Just let me know and we can have a dialogue if it's not, if you were initially thinking, if you were initially adapted to that initial timeline. Okay, guys. I want you to simply, this is much easier to do in Discord, but just for the sake of it, I want you to repeat after me. You can please turn off your microphone now, turn it off. So first tone, E, E. Sounds very good. Okay, and then we have sun, sun. So you can tell that it's a first tone there. Now that is quite easy actually. Now the second tone is quite a challenging one because yeah, it sounds a bit unnatural. Shi, shi, shi. So E. What I suggest that you do is you put your hand and you like follow it up because it's a very unnatural sound to make. If you ask questions in English, you will always be making this question. Shi, shi. Now the next one, like think. I meant them. Yeah. Okay, no one. Now the third tone, I think of it like this. Think of it like going aggressively down, but then you change your mind and you go up. Ha-oh, ha-oh, and almost like a little break there as well. There's a millisecond there where there's no sound coming out. Ha-oh, ha-oh, ha-oh. So when you come down, you reach the bottom, then you pause in a millisecond, and then you go up. Ha-oh, ha-oh. Number 4 would be s, 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 s. It's like you want to kill it. Like you want to get rid of this word. You don't want to pronounce it. Pronounce it as quickly as you can. Then you will always get it right. S, s. Very good. If you have any question, guys, let me know. You can also just jump in, like Zahad did, and just interrupt me. Otherwise, let's continue. What happens? 4 is angry owl, from what I remember. Thank you.
I have a question regarding the tones, Felix. And,
Yes.
that is, like, do we need to, like, when we first come across a word, do we always like try to remember its tone right then, or?
Good question. Please ask all these questions, as many as you can think of, so I can prepare for future students and for yourself as well. So I have all the answers prepared. Now, for future words, like don't focus on the tone. Okay, if you're struggling, you'll notice that I'll be doing this quite a lot. I'll write as I'm writing down as I'm giving you the answer, it's so that I can save this answer later on. If you're struggling with the tone, I will point it out for you. Or let's say like this: if you're struggling with the tone of a specific word or character, I will point it out for you. And that also means that if I'm not pointing anything out, you're good to go. So that means you don't have to focus one extra step every time you learn a character. You will also notice that this works because the more times you hear a character, the first time you don't have to remember its tone. For instance, ni hao, ni hao. But once you've heard that 100 times, once you've heard hello 100 times, you will notice that, oh, okay. This actually can only be pronounced like ni hao, because as soon as someone says ni hao, then it starts sounding weird to my ear. That way you've developed a sense of tones. So I don't want your tone to be good the first time, but the 100th time. I don't want your tone to be good after first try, but after 100, but the 100th. Okay.
Just related to this question here, how are we, or when are we practicing like pronunciations and those kind of things? Is that also like a routine that we do, or how will it work?
Good question. Good question. You will simply, first of all, the easiest thing to do is just to listen to the audio when you do the flashcards. The second thing is with me, when you're practicing. You will, like in Discord, I'll help you out with that. I'll also, for every new class with us, or every new class with me, I'll simply prepare that. I will say that, okay, for this class, we have a few extra sounds with like
We lost your
CH.
voice.
Sorry? You lost my voice? I'm mute and mute. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
I can hear
Okay.
you clearly.
Well, hello, everyone. Hello. Okay, what I was saying was, for every new chapter, every new class that we have together, I will prepare some exercises for you. For instance, if one chapter focuses, has a few extra words with, like, say qi, one second, qi or chi, then I'll make exercises, and I've already made these ones for these pronunciations. So you don't have to focus on this unless I tell you to. Okay, so so let's call that specific pronunciations. Pronunciation exercises will come in time. Will come in time. Let's call it that just. And then also, so there's me during the Discord, and then when we practice, I will also be able to tell. That's one of the most important things that will be why we practice as well. When we practice, I'll be able to tell your pronunciation and help you improve on that as well. And again, then, if I notice that you're struggling with the qi and the chi, for instance, I'll send you exercises for that. And then you can come to the Discord. Maybe I'll even schedule a time with you. Like, you have to come to Discord during this time so we can practice the pronunciation a little bit more. Excellent. I hope that answered your question. Now, what happens if you repeat a character such as Ren Ren, person, or day, or many other examples? For instance, well, let's just stop there actually. Whose question was this?
I think me.
Okay.
It's mine.
Hello, Jose.
Hi. When you repeat a character, it increases the meaning. And also it could increase the number of the word. For example, with Ren, which is person, Ren is everyone. And for example, with Ri, if you increase the number with Ri is every day.
Very good. Very good. So yeah, increases it. Chinese, thank you very much, Jose. Thank you. Yeah, so note that you can do that anytime from now on. So when you learn the word, some of you might react now, but there's two different ways to say thing. One common one will be this one, sh. This means a matter. Now if you say sh, that means every matter, or everything, actually. It's very interesting. Okay, thank you very much, Jose. Now, this question. Please explain to me, whoever I asked, why sound and idea parts are useful. Is this Ronte, maybe?
Okay. The sound part and the idea parts are useful in like words to help you figure out like what the meaning of the word is of the character that you see. So, for example, the expression "o," which is composed of the characters "ko," which is mouth, and "wo," which is I or me. Those two, like the sound part comes from the word "wo," and the idea part comes from the mouth part "ko," which means like the idea part for that would be like you using your mouth to say it, so it's like an expression that you would just say. That's where the mouth part comes from, and like the sound part comes from "wo," because like it's almost sounding like you're saying "wo" a little bit, but like the intro of it, like "wo."
Nice.
So like that comes from.
That was, thank you, Ronte. That was a better explanation that I could have ever given. Thank you. This is pronounced "wo." Excellent, thank you. Now, again, guys, I think you can see now, this is why you will become the best teachers imaginable. You will, you'll replace me one beautiful day, hopefully very soon. Thank you, Ronte. That was it.
Felix, one question regarding this repetition of these characters.
Yes.
Like I see, like many Chinese people, they repeat their like the names, the character like Min Min, Tong Tong. Like
yeah, mostly pets in China will have, for instance, I have had a cat before, but that cat was called that cat was called Ming Ming. First of all, it's easier to just nicknames, like calling something two different sounds. It's just not that simple. So just repeat the same name all the time, just like you repeat xie xie. In Swedish, we do the same thing. Instead of like hey, we say hey hey, or tak, we say tak tak. So many languages have that same neat feature where you just, there's something lacking. So we repeat ourselves. And for nicknames, for pets, but also for people, we do that. So let me write that down. Thank you very much. This is very useful, useful for nicknames. Okay, thank you. All of these notes, I'll put them into that grammar note later on. So there'll be a grammar page with explaining the sound parts, and there'll be a next grammar point with repeating them. And in that, I'll now add also, this is very useful for nicknames. Thank you very much, Sahad, or Sidra. Last one, I think Keith, who was it?
It was me.
I think there's two people left.
Yeah, you put the explanation for like the sound part and idea part in under the other one, the second one.
Well, aren't you silly? I'll explain the sound part and idea. What parts can you find in more complex characters? Give at least one example.
Well, the first character there is, my pronunciation is not good, but R for day. I can add a drop to the top of that, and it can become by the word for white. And if I want to add another character, I can put the character for E for one over the top of the drop, and that will mean 100. And
how's that pronounced, by the way?
By.
Excellent. No laughing.
Okay. And the second character, I recognize the mouth and I recognize the knife, but I'm not sure what the Z is, so I'm unable to add anything onto that one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I don't. I think I gave you this. Actually, that's very good. Felix changed this. This one was the right part actually means beggar or something. It's nothing that you need to know about just for now. I just want you to identify the left part, but you already said that, so that's mouth.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Stephanie. High quality, even though it's late. Now, everyone on that note, will practice with the little zhi. In China, in the countryside, they'll pronounce the R as a L almost. Only scholars in China, like educated people, they will pronounce the R That's like where they pronounce the R like an R, like but it's actually quite a difficult sound, which is why like they're quite proud that they can pronounce it like in the countryside. Then people who don't care about their pride, they just say l. So if you want to, you can just go l all the time. And so note that what you said now, Stephanie, was a bit of a r sound, like a Spanish R almost. But I want you to move much closer to an L. You can all mute yourself now and try that. So I'll go from R and then to L, and then somewhere here, that's where you're perfect. But if you go a bit further, that's also fine. That's completely fine. Just go to the countryside and live your life. So no, sorry, is r incorrect? And somewhere here, I stop ruing, and then I just go and there you got it. So when you stop ruing, like that, is also fine. Let me know if you have any questions about that. I think that was perfect. Thanks God I have not chosen. Okay, good. Seb, I'll make sure you get more questions about the tones later on, don't worry. Now, last one. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Cheers, Stephanie. It is to eat, as Felix did not explain. Yes. Yeah, sorry, this means to eat. Sorry, but I'll remove this one. That's why I added question marks for myself. Okay. Explain how two characters can make up a word in Chinese. Give at least one example. Xie very much.
So each character has only a relatively simple concept. So like zhong for middle, but the number of words that we need to make up are quite a few more than can be made up by just the characters. So very often you have to put two together. So zhonggua to be specifically China, with gua being a country, yinggua, meigua. And then something like May can be used in many other things as well, but just the meaning beauty. But in order to get specific words, very often you need to put two characters, or sometimes even more characters, I suppose, together. Is that true? Do you sometimes need to do more than two?
Very rarely, actually.
Okay.
Most Chinese words are two characters. There's a reason why chengyu here. Chengyu is, if you're super advanced already, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't know what this is. Chengyu is a proverb in Chinese. Now, proverbs, if you've lived in China, if you've been in China, they always have on lanterns and stuff, on their greetings, on the floor, on the doormat, and on the door. They'll have these messages, and they're always written in 4 characters. There's a reason for that. Those are Chengyu, and they love their Chengyus in China. It's just, instead of like creating their own expressions, like you personify, like you will personalize your language by making your own expressions. Like, oh, Felix likes to say fantastic. But in China, they just use proverbs, like things that philosophers said 1,000 years ago. And that is the mark that you are smart. Now, proverbs, there's a reason why these are 4 characters. There's a reason why these are 4 characters. And that is simply because they are usually 2 on 2. And that's it, really, because words usually come in 2s like this. And there are many cases where there are 3 characters, but that would be like 巧克力, for instance. And that's just because it's a taken word, like chocolate. Otherwise, it's always 2. Thank you very much. Was it Keith?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Felix. Yeah, about the word like 巧克力 and other related words, where you actually said it has a specific name during the lecture, like where you take one word and try to mimic the pronunciation. You said there's a specific word for it during one of your lectures. What was
specific word when we
when you 巧克力, it sounds like chocolate. 巧克力.
Yeah, well, it's a loan word, we just call it.
Okay,
that's it, really. It's a loan word, but I think you might have thought of a onomatopoeia.
Yeah, onomatopoeia. Yes.
So this is just in Chinese, a bird is, or like being hungry is because it's the sound you make when you're hungry. So that's or like birds chirp. The word chirp in English is an onomatopoeia. It just means that it's the easiest word possible. It just becomes chirp because the sound is chirp, chirp, chirp when they do it. Okay, now good. Now I noticed also, like Keith, when you said, I'll just point this out for you here. Like you said, It was very good explained. However, the pronunciation with go, it's go. You said like go or something. Now that is not important for now. We will have a lesson later on when we talk about o and we compare it with o. And then at that point, I will focus on your pronunciation as for this part. Now that is not important for now. Just so you know, that's a good example. Okay, so this is
Noted.
Thank you, Keith. Good. So this is 中国. We can all repeat then. 中国, or 中国. And this is 美国, 美国. An excellent opportunity, by the way, to practice the third tone. Now, third tone is so rare that Americans, well, there are a lot of you, they will say 美国, and you can always tell that they're Americans because they can never really pronounce it. So this will be one of the things we'll focus on quite a lot here. They will say, actually, maybe unlearn and then relearn. 美国, 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 美国. I don't. Either way, it's supposed to be 美国, 美国, almost like a pause before the 国, 美国. So if you're from America now, just make sure you get this one. We'll practice in Discord as well. 美国, 美国. Good. Now that is it, right, guys? Really. Now before there are that is it from the grammar points, and I'll mainly use this time with you when we go through the lesson to point out these most important things. As for the answers here, that is easier just if you check it on your own, again, because you can easier review it on your own. You can identify your own mistakes. That's better than just being spoiled by me. Okay, so however, it's still very important that you submit your work. Okay, guys, now we have a few questions here, 3 questions actually. I want to launch a poll here. Well, every class will have a poll. This means, again, I explained it earlier. This means that you can, you can answer anonymously. So don't worry if you get it wrong. And this will also help me understand if there's something you need to focus on. Maybe if there's one lesson where I have plenty of things to focus on, then I'll ask you some questions. And based on that, I'll simply say, I'll note that, okay, so we should focus on this or not. Okay, let's launch this poll now. And I want everyone to answer. We have 14 people. I can't actually vote. You can start by telling me what time it is.
Well, I just wanted to ask regarding daylight savings. Are you going to be taking that into account?
Oh, no. Yeah, I guess I am, yeah. But you mean China doesn't do that?
Well, I'm just wondering if the classes are going to get any earlier than this.
I hope not. Wait, daylight savings. It's a good question. I haven't thought of that. Very good question. I think not, but I can't promise that. Does that sound good, Ben?
Hey, just a quick proposal or something of the sort. If timing is something that needs to be calibrated and synchronized, you can always use Google Calendar. They will do the calculations for you all across the world.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, by the way, yeah, on that note, I sent out the wrong time the first time. If you have the wrong time, that link, by the way, leads to the wrong, like an incorrect ID. Yeah, if you have that, please just delete that. There should be another invite. Let me know if you don't have that. Now, attendees are now viewing questions. It still says that 0 of you have answered. Is that correct?
No, I have already submitted the poll like 1 minute ago.
Yeah, but you can see what
Yeah,
time
submitted.
Let me see end then. Hopefully you don't have to. Let's see what happens here. End the poll. It's the first time I'm doing this again, but you know that. Where is my poll? It just went away. Oh, there we go. Share results. Okay, share results. I see we have some groundbreaking results here. I don't know how this happened. Oh, Paul is now joining. Let's try this again. Stop sharing. I don't know how that happened. Relaunch poll 1. Continue. I'll give you like 10 seconds to do this then. Attendees are now viewing questions. It's very weird. Why is this not happening? Okay, it still says no one has answered out of 15 students.
I've already done it like 10 seconds ago, immediately afterwards.
Okay. Well, I don't know then. This is weird. Okay, this was a good chance either way. You get why I wanted to do this, so that I could understand if someone's struggling or not. I'm expecting you not to be struggling, and then I also wanted to know if you prefer Mondays, if you prefer 7 a.m. or 8 to 9 a.m. Please, what we'll do instead is you can just write it on Discord instead. I'll post a little question here. And that's really all we had for today. Paul, you can stay for a few minutes and I can talk to you as well. Now, it's important here, info and feedback, this is where I go then. Please comment below which times you'd prefer. If it's either 8 to 9 a.m. or 8 or 9 or 9 to 10 a.m. Oh no, sorry, this is the wrong time. Sorry about that. If everyone could just live in the same zone, that would be so good. Can everyone come to Sweden after this? Thank you. This is GMT. And then comment below. Good. Okay, and then we'll see based on that. Maybe what I'll do is some days I'll do, like we have 3 days in total. So some days I'll do 7, some days I'll do 8. If there's a discrepancy here. I want to cater to everyone's need. Okay, late as possible. Okay, good. Good. So guys, that is pretty much it for today. I hope you've been giving, I hope you can all speak fluent Chinese now. No, but I think this is a necessary lesson just to go through everything. And it's exciting to see all your faces. Some of you haven't even had the chance to talk yet. I'm sorry about that. There's plenty of chances moving forward, and I hope you can see that as well. Now, the next thing I want you to do is, before you switch off, I'll send you a feedback form, a link to it. Just fill that out and give me your thoughts, okay? And today, I'll send you chapter 2, and then you'll have, well, until Friday to finish that. And as of tomorrow, I'll be online. Actually, just for the sake of it, I'll be online for 2 hours straight. And let me know what you think about all of this, guys. Yeah, that's it. You're allowed to leave now. If you want to stay, Paul, we can have a little chat as well. And if you want to stay, chat a little bit, that's all good. I'll be here for a little bit. Now, again, I want to point out that if I didn't make that point clear enough, there will be 1 more hour every weekday, but that also means that our lessons like this will probably be just like 1.5 hours long. So Stephanie can go to bed a bit earlier, and some of you might also be able to do the same. Okay, I'm done talking.
Thank you.
Thank you. 谢谢.
Bye.
I'll take a little screenshot here. 谢谢 everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you take the screenshot?
Yeah, I'll take the screenshot. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me well, by the way? How's my audio?
Oh, perfect.
It's a haha, wonderful.
很好.
Felix,
Who was that?
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Just one last question. Do we need to prepare anything for Friday? Like chapter 2 or something?
You should know that. Yeah, I'll send you a video that you need to watch. You need to watch that video first. Or you could just read that document that I'm sending to you now about the course.
Okay.
For every video you need to, every chapter, but you've already done that. You've already watched the videos. I want you to reset your progress. I want you then to watch the videos if you need to. If you've already watched them, that's all good. Fill out the course book. Okay, do the flashcards. You can just mark, because you know this already. You can just mark all the words as remembered, like all high scores, top scores. And yeah, that's it. Is that clear?
Okay. Yeah, it was just about how much, is it a complete chapter 1 until Friday, or is it already chapter 2, or I'm a bit behind, I have to be honest.
That's fine.
I was not really on my laptop the past week.
For every class with me, so next Friday, every class for me, there's one chapter that you should be done with.
Okay.
So today was chapter 1. Next time is chapter 2.
Okay, got it.
Hey, Felix, I'm a bit confused. Like, wasn't today like level 1, chapter 1 to 4, or just chapter 1?
Chapter 1.
Just chapter 1. So
1 to 4 is the lessons inside.
Okay.
Just to be, I think I wrote it in brackets.
Yeah.
Okay. First lesson. Okay. I might change this a little bit now. Do any of you have any questions? Except I can talk to Paul a little bit as well. What course do you belong to? Describe general feeling what you struggle with. Okay.
Oh. Okay. Thank you for the lesson. Yeah, see you on
Thank
Friday.
you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Excited. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. General thoughts. Hey, Paul, let me, just 1 second. Just general thoughts.
Yeah. Take your time.
Any other feedback? Any other feedback? Send. Short URL. Mute. Okay. Chit-chat info. Hey, Paul.
Hey.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm so sorry for missing the
That's
lesson.
fine.
Oh man. Thank you for letting me in. I just wanted to at least say hello, and I'll have to catch up. I'm so sorry. Basically, my colleague took the keys and drove home an hour and a half in the wrong direction so that we couldn't get in. So therefore I didn't have internet, and I had to basically pull down a fence with my hand, like undo all the wire, pull aside some like cyclone fencing sort of thing, then get a locksmith. We got into the place, so I've got Wi-Fi finally, but obviously I missed, the majority of it. So I'm so sorry. It won't happen again.
No, don't worry, don't worry.
He pocketed them and then drove off, and then he realized, oh yeah, I left all the keys to get in my pocket. So I'm sorry.
No, don't worry at all.
Brutal.
Yeah, it sounds brutal. Well done getting that fence down.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well
So
done.
I'm in. So I guess the big question is, do you actually record
Yes,
these?
it's all good.
soon?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Because I'll just. Sure.
Yeah, so I'll upload it on YouTube as soon as we finish it. They'll convert my file and I'll upload it on YouTube, and you can watch that. It's like 1 hour and 20 minutes, I think.
Perfect.
No,
Okay.
no, almost 2 hours. Sorry.
So was there some talk about moving the time or doing shorter sessions with more of them? Did I hear that correct?
More or less. I've tweaked the concept a little bit. No, the time will be the same, but it'll be shorter with me, but there will be more times with me. So we'll do Tuesdays and Fridays. We'll do the same. You'll see all of this in the video anyways. But Tuesdays and Fridays, we'll do the same, but it'll be like 1.5 hours, maybe an hour and 15, depending on how much we need, really. It's not that strict. And in addition to that, that will only be practicing and focusing on the main important grammar points. But then, in addition to that, I'll be available 1 hour every day on Discord. Where anyone can pop in live, like I'll be live in the study room, and then anyone can pop in and ask any questions. If they just want to practice, I'll help them practice as well for an hour.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
Yes,
When
that's
are you
it.
planning on doing that?
No, I'm starting tomorrow. So every time, so it's the same times that we have. So if we have class now, 7 till 9 a.m. like GMT time, and so the same hours, but actually just one of them. So what we're doing now is we have a poll where we'll decide if it's the first hour or the second hour, during which the other Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be sitting there.
Got it. Okay. Amazing. Yeah.
Amazing.
That's really good to know. That's really good to know.
Good. So I think that'll give you even more access, actually, to me, and more chances to practice, really. I think that's much better. And also, I want this to be not just me, but a scalable project. And I think this is the best way to go about that. And also gives you much more opportunity to practice and to review it just with me.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, I guess that's really going to help as well for me. Like I've actually just started a real estate job, right, in Australia. And obviously being my second or third week, it's quite hard for me to say no to appointments and reservations and to bosses' requests and whatever. So obviously your time that you're doing these is after business hours. Like it's the equivalent of work finishes at 5 and our lesson is 6 p.m. type thing is the rough equivalent. But obviously with a stuff up like today where this guy locked us out, I'm 1.5 hours from home and whatever. So it was just too close to work where that's why I was late. So having that as a backup